Okay, so welcome to video 2 in the series on how to use the 5-step graphing algorithm to graph a function. So in this one, we're going to look at the first derivative test. So basically, the first derivative test is going to tell you where the function is increasing or decreasing. So when's the function going up and when's the function going down. So here's our function we're working with, y equals x cubed minus 9x squared plus 15x plus 1. We got the derivative, which we took in video 1, and we got the two critical values that we calculated in video 1. So now what we want to do, I'm going to do the first derivative test, and I'm going to draw this line as a visual. And I'm going to put 1 here, and I'm going to put 5 here. And then we're going to test. So what I want to do, I'm going to go to my highlighter here, and let's see, color I'm going to pick. Okay, I'll pick blue. So I don't want to pick 1, right? If I have 2 critical values, I'm going to have 3 tests. So if I have 1 critical value, I'm going to have 2 tests. You're always going to have 1 more test than you have critical values. So you don't want to pick 1 or 5 because we know that's just going to bring it back to 0. So you want to pick a number to the left of 1 there. Now keep in mind, it's called the first derivative test, so I need to use my first derivative, not the original function. So what I like to do is I like to pick the easiest numbers that I can come up with so I don't have too much work to do. So a number to the left of 1, the easiest one I can think of is going to be 0, but you could pick any number. But pick the smaller numbers to help you out a little bit more. And then all you want to do here is you want to sub in the number you pick, so I pick 0. And you can work it out, or you can kind of see that when you sub in 0, that's going to equal 15. So I look at 15, so 15 is greater than 0. So that means the function is going to be increasing. So that means to the left of 1, my function, when I graph it, is going to be going up. Then I'm going to go back to my highlighter, and now I want to pick a number in between 1 and 5. Again, you can pick any number you want, but I'm going to pick the smallest one I can come up with, so I'm going to pick 2. And it's not so much that you want to solve it. Well, you do want to solve it because you don't want to get an accurate reading, but you just basically want to know is when you sub in that value that you picked, is the result going to be greater than or equal to 0? So I can see in this case here, don't even need to figure it out because I can already tell that this is going to be less than 0. So if it's less than 0, the function is going to be decreasing between 1 and 5. And I go back to my highlighter one more time, and I'm going to pick any number I want to the left of 5, to the right of 5 there. Apologize for that. So I'm going to pick 6. And again, I'm going to sub in 6 to the first derivative. That's why it's called the first derivative test. And again, you can work it out, but I can already see, like I'm going to get here, I'm going to get 3 times 36. And then I'm going to get minus 108. So I can already see the result of this doesn't really matter. I can definitely tell that the result is going to be greater than 0. So that means the function is going to be increasing after 5. So just in summary, when you do your first derivative test, if your tests come out less than 0, that implies your function is going to be decreasing. If it comes out greater than 0, that implies your function is going to be increasing. So we're going to take that information and go on to video 3.